Guys, it's no secret. Barbell Apparel is my go-to clothing brand. Why? If you have an athletic build, good luck trying to find clothes that fit properly, especially pants. Barbell Apparel was built for guys like me. Right now, Barbell Apparel is having their annual Swolemate sale. Get 2 of their athletic fit jeans for just $99 each. Get 1 for someone who deserves it, and 1 for you, or just treat yourself. These pants are amazing. They are built to fit athletic bodies, and you'll have complete freedom of movement. Barbell's pants are as comfortable as sweatpants. The quality and construction is second to none, and they are guaranteed for a full year. Barbell extended this sale exclusively for my viewers until this weekend. So show a little love for your Swolemate, or even just for yourself, with any 2 athletic fit pants for just $200. Go to barbellapparel.com to take advantage of this special offer. Use the promo code CHAEL10 for an additional 10% off your order. Petr Yan and Aljo. Okay, here's my final prediction. You know what? I'm taking Aljo. Here's the thing with Aljo. And you'll hear fighters that, some nights they're great and sometimes they're not so great. There's 2 fighters. We've heard that said about many people over time. At worst, I've seen Aljo look good. And at best, I have seen him look great. I've never seen Sterling look bad. And on the nights that were a surprise or even that he lost, I'm not sure Aljo knew fully what he was getting into. If you go back and you just study history, the only times when Aljo has ever been beat has been an upset. So whether he believed he was better or the people around him believed he was better and told him that and he heard it and took that in there with him, it seems to me there's never been a time where Sterling had problems when Sterling knew ahead of time it was going to be a problem. And I will share with you as a combat athlete, and this could go back to amateur wrestling days all through the pros. If you ever find yourself in a match that's harder than you thought it was going to be, things can unravel quickly, even if you win. It is not going to be the kind of performance that you were expecting. Things will unravel fast when you're confronted with a battle that's harder than you thought it was going to be. Which is great news for Aljo, because he knows exactly what he's getting into. He's getting on with the champion of the world for 5 rounds. Who's younger? Who's new? So I think when you start to look at what makes Sterling tick, guys, there's a question and there's a reason as to why Sterling looked so good against Sandhagen. It wasn't just because opportunity was knocking, though that was part of it. Right? Anything in life, if you want more of it, incentivize it. Well, Dana incentivized that fight. Said ahead of time, the winner of Sandhagen, Aljo, will go and fight the winner. Of that time, it was Yan versus Aldo. They hadn't fought yet. But Dana made it a number 1 contenders match. That was a real incentive. In addition to that, Sandhagen, he had never been beat, and he was knocking people out with tricks on his feet you hadn't seen before. What did that do? That created an urgency for Yan. I apologize for Aljo. It created an urgency for Aljo to get this thing to the ground. So now he's incentivized, and he's got an urgency. It took him 40 seconds. It was the single most dominant number 1 contenders match of recent memory. 40-second finish where he was touched a grand total of 0 times. Try to beat that, guys. Tell me a number 1 contenders match that was more dominant than less than 40-second finish inside of the first round. You're never hit once. The question becomes how and why. Was it just a style issue? Was it that Aljo's just so good at taking the back and getting that rear naked choke? Okay, I'll listen to you, but you need to listen to me back. When I tell you that historically speaking, Sterling shows up and does his best work when people aren't expecting him to. He appears to be one of those guys that if you can pat him on the back enough and tell him how great he is, just enough, just a little bit too much, that he will slow down. He will start to believe it and it will become a foregone conclusion of success, which then results in defeat. Sterling's an underdog in a fight that he has been chasing, that he has been begging for, that he earned the hard way. And I do think on X's and O's of just all-around mixed martial arts fighter, man, it sure looks to me like Petr Yan's better. It does. He's more compact. He hits a little bit harder. He can stay in the pocket, and he refreshes. He can hit that refresh button and start over. He does it a lot. Aljo is a little bit more of a throwback where he is going to come in grappling heavy, but that makes his hands wild. He's not going to stay on bottom and forget about getting him tired. And there's always room for a guy like that. The rules and the nuances have changed over the last 25 years of them setting that octagon up. But one rule and one nuance that's never changed. It worked in 1993 and it works today in 2001. You take a guy down, push him in the fence, and pound on him, they are going to call you the winner.